Shalom Aleichem, and welcome back to another episode of Cultured Gaming, episode 2. We'll be going over many things.
What's the bug
One of the main things we'll be going over is Fall Guys being added onto Epic Games and Xbox.
And so, Fall Guys, I have absolutely no idea as to why it's getting added right now. I mean, Epic Game just picks up like all the dead games apparently, such as GTA 5, for example. And yes, some people will say, "Oh yeah, GTA 5, it's still rising and shining after 8 years. You know, it's still popping off. It still has a large audience, but it wasn't as large as it used to be, and slowly but surely the audience started fading after repetitive updates." But sticking to the subject, Fall Guys, this game also the last time it was ever played was probably in the summer of COVID.
It died out.
Yeah. And for some reason, Fall Guys only decided to make the smart decision of moving to Xbox now. I have no idea what they're...
Maybe this might be a good thing. Maybe it's going to revive it again.
I don't believe so.
They were thinking. Maybe they were thinking, like, because you know how like Among Us dropped a new map now? Like, you know how Among Us dropped a new map yesterday?
I was actually kind of tempted to play Among Us yesterday.
Yeah, me too. I actually played today. I actually played today in the first time in a long time. So maybe what they're actually doing isn't as dumb as you think, because you know they let the game die out and then they're gonna revive it again by adding it to Epic Games and Xbox. Perhaps. If they do that, it might make a revival again. Because I think Among Us right now is in the midst of a revival because of the new map they added.
Yeah, but anyways, so Mediatonic, which is basically like the father developer of Fall Guys, or the main developer. They recently announced their aim to be on every major platform, and they're also expanding the range from PS4 and PC to Switch and now Xbox later this year. According to CEO Dave Bailey, who is actually the CEO of Mediatonic, he stated, "We haven't said much about the roadmap for this, but what we can say is that we want to reach as many people as possible, and we also want it to come to every major platform, and we're working hard to achieve that." Well, how hard do you have to work in order to develop, place an indie game, which honestly looks like didn't take that long to develop, aside other games which Rockstar produces, and perhaps even like the upcoming or Battlefield 6. And I mean, how long does it take you? Really, a whole year to get an indie game onto another console, and the game was already developed. So how hard do you have to work for that to happen? You know, it really makes no sense.
It's a marketing strategy. It's a marketing strategy. It was a PS4 exclusive. But they know they opened up their how should I say it? They expanded their borders, I guess, to other consoles. This is probably a marketing strategy. Like I said before, they're probably doing it because they know the game would probably die off at some point, so they're doing it to revive. It was a good call by them. Yeah. To be honest, if it goes well, it's a good call by them.
Fall Guys getting your payday.
If not, it's a bust. In my opinion, if Fall Guys comes out on Xbox, I'd be tempted. I'd get it 100%. I'd get it because I've always wanted to play it, but you know, I don't have a PS4, so.
For you, I'm honestly thinking about getting PC this year. I really don't want to make the switch to PS4.
It's also good for the PC. Exactly, it's good for the PC players too. Now they have something to play, and a majority of gamers are also PC players. Well, not a majority, but a lot of them.
And speaking of next gen consoles, the PS5 unfortunately still has a very minimal amount of games. Their two most largest games right now are Spider-Man, which is Miles Morales, and honestly, that game was really good, but on the other hand, it really felt like a DLC to the original Spider-Man version. And yes, updated graphics, a new story, but still, it felt like a DLC. And we have Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. This game, it's a little controversial with the Call of Duty community because on one hand, they say Zombies is really good. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. It's like well done, well done. But on the other hand, we have the multiplayer in that game, and the multiplayer.
Oh yeah, I heard many good things about the zombies. Yeah, they said it was good, and then a lot of people are saying that's like the best part, and that's the only good part.
I mean, the story, like I kind of like the story, but it was too short. What, like 4 hours of playing time? Are you kidding me? I mean, yeah, I get it. You worked in COVID, but like you might as well just take a whole year off to work on it. I mean, honestly, the community doesn't complain about this. The community probably wouldn't even care if Call of Duty didn't release for like another year because these games are supposed to last. And just releasing game after game, year after year, it really just like doesn't give the community enough time to truly like process and like really like value the game for what it is.
This is how it goes because it's if that's how they make a lot of profit. The gaming companies, they release games year after year, new versions, so people buy them. They play them for a year and then they release another one and then people feel tempted to buy it. That's how gaming companies do too. That's how sports gaming companies do it also. Like 2K, they release a new game every year and everyone buys it every year. That's how it is. That's how they stay relevant. That's how they get a majority of their money. Also part of marketing.
I just wanted to say, for the Nintendo community, Fall Guys, it actually wasn't given a release date, even though Nintendo Direct like featured it on their advertisement, their commercial. It didn't get a release date yet, and yes. So now let's move on, and this is actually a really interesting subject.
The new Super Smash Bros.
Character. And so our new character is actually Xenoblade, and it's from Chronicles 2. And basically, look, in this it basically has like two characters. You basically have Pyra and Mythra, and these are two players from Chronicles 2, as I said before. And it was actually released, and it was given by Nintendo Direct, and it was released in their trailer. And Eli, would you like to add anything onto that? Oh yeah, and also I just wanted to say, it was also these characters, they were actually part of like the Xenoblade Chronicles, which were actually released on the 3DS and the Wii U. The Wii U, by the way, terrible console. Would never recommend anyone get it. Just stick to PC or stick to Switch. Don't get the PS5. Maybe get the Xbox One X. But would you like to? Xbox Series. But would you like to add anything onto this?
Yeah. Well, with the Smash Bros. Gaming, the Smash Bros. Game, they're always adding new characters. They recently added Steve from Minecraft into the game.
Oh my God, Steve! He literally. I basically like played this against like a friend of mine once. Absolutely demolished me. It's like Super Smash Bros. Just like fighting games is not like my it's not my niche, but I can still play it pretty well. And my friend, he utilized Steve. I don't exactly remember who, Samus, I'm pretty sure. Steve absolutely obliterated me. And so what I'm trying to say is that these DLC characters, they're mostly overpowered against the original ones.
Yeah, well, what they do, it's good. They add new players they add new characters constantly. It's to keep the players engaged, to give the community something new. Good add-on. They're good add-ons to the game and keep the game somewhat relevant to the gaming community.
And also, what I wanted to say was that these characters, they can be bought at $6, the standard price, and they're bought individually. But if I were you, I would honestly just get the pass, the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass, which costs $25, and you can actually get the Joker from Persona 5. You can get a Dragon Quest hero. You can get Banjo-Kazooie. You can get Terry Belgard, and you can get Violet from Fire Emblem, 3 Houses. But yes, a new character. Look, a character who I would actually love to see on this Super Smash Bros. is someone from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I'm sorry, but I just love that show, and I believe that stands. Which hopefully the JoJo viewers out there actually know what that is. But I just believe those characters should be brought in because they would provide so much to the action of the game. They could provide so many more new abilities. It could open up a whole new range of like abilities for them to utilize in the game, such as Jotaro, for example. You have his Star Platinum. You could perhaps use that ability to like stop time for like a second because like it would be too OP. You could also have who else? Kakyoin, for example, Polnareff. But yeah, either for that, those are my wants for new characters in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
No, can I? If I wanted a character added into Super Smash Bros., if they did a collab with Cartoon Network and they got characters from, let's say, Adventure Time or the regular show, and they did a collab, that'd be pretty cool. Imagine Jake the dog, or like imagine a bunch of Cartoon Network characters on the game. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I would, man. And the next thing I wanted to talk about was actually listen, before I said don't get the PS5, but I still stick to that. Please don't get the PS5. I'm begging you. I mean, I asked so many friends of mine. They agreed with me. The PS5 is a scam. But in relation to PlayStation, which you can actually get on the PS4, you can actually get Watch Dogs multiplayer, and you can actually try it out for free. This is, by the developer Ubisoft, and as we all know, Watch Dogs isn't that. It's not that great of the game. It's more just of like a downscaled GTA 5.
Yeah.
And exactly. But still, though, for some of those PlayStation users who are a little bored of their games, why not just try out Watch Dogs multiplayer for a little?
Well, for PC, you guys are in for a ride because
FRE
multiplayer for you guys has been delayed again.
I mean, the PC community, y'all can hold it in, all right? You literally have Steam. Just go download some indie games, all right? Play some Roblox. So, what else are we going to talk about? Let's talk about Sinking City. So, Sinking City is basically it's basically a game which was it was developed by Nacon Interactive and Big Ben, and this was actually released in 2019 on June 27th, and it was released to Xbox One, PS4, Steam, and also Epic Games. And this was actually delisted from all storefronts, unfortunately. And this was actually because Eli, would you like to explain?
You kind of cut off for me, so I didn't hear what you said. Could you repeat that one more time? You cut off for me.
Yeah. Would you like to explain why Sinking City was pulled? Yeah, I hear you.
You're still cutting off.
All right. Sorry. I'll do it. So Sinking City. So the issue was that Big Ben Interactive, they were actually in debt, and they actually owed money, hundreds and hundreds of money, or dollars and thousands, to other publishers for them to have their game fully released, and they just owed a lot of money, and they also had continued pressure from the fan base, and so they believed it was too much for them to intake, and because of that, they basically had to put a formal notice that the game, it cannot be released because of this. And this is actually all information from the studio. It was an open letter. It was on their website, and I'll read the first part for you. With regard to the business plan, we were kept in the dark. We asked on multiple occasions to see sales forecasts, but the figures sent to us were not consistent. We weren't sure of how potential sales could turn out, meaning that we were not able to properly plan our future. Were there any sales deals arranged? We were not sure. Only the exclusivity agreement with Epic Game Store gave us some respite, as we knew what we would receive due to minimum guarantees in Epic's contract. And on June 27, 2019, The Sinking City was released on Xbox One, PS4, and the Epic Game Store. That was a great day for us, and once the game was released, we received a letter from Big Band Nacon that the milestones were previously approved and are being canceled, meaning that we would not receive any profit from the sale of the game. Keep that in mind. A retroactive cancellation on not delivering a product on time that is already out in the market is not acceptable. That was when our legal battle began. And yes. Would you like to add anything on to that, Eli?
No, not really. But I have would you mind moving on to a new topic now? I have a good topic to talk about.
Okay. Bring it up.
Yeah. Let's get an update. Yeah, let's get an update on how we think 2K22 could be doing. As you know, it's coming. Well, not really. We still have a lot of time, but with time approaching, there's going to be speculation about the new 2K22 game.
2K,
speculating. It's expected to, release September in this year. And the gameplay footage would be shown to us in June. Or also for the NBA 2K22 cover, it's speculated that the contestants to be on the front cover of the game for this year would be Doncic, Jokic, and Bradley Beal. That's who we believe. Well, that's not who we believe. That's what's speculated. Not just we, but the community. That's what's speculated to be on the cover for this year. Yeah, and it's pretty much,
Mind if I add something a little in there?
Yeah.
2K, I really don't believe in their like new game policies where it's basically just like every year you release a new 2K. If anything, update it, because why are you spending $60 for a new roster and the same graphics? Oh yeah, good job, LeBron James got moved again, or wow, oh no, more sweat. So it makes the graphics look more intense. Wow, character sweat. Other than this, I really have no belief and it is literally a scam to buy 2K. If anything, Ronnie 2K should update it. He should update it, and perhaps maybe every 3 years minimum add in a new game.
Well, anyways, yeah, but there's, it's still a fun game, and just like it's kind of like not an addiction, but if that's how they want to market their game, you can't really do anything against it.
I remember
I'm still gonna be playing it because I think it's a fun game. And with for the roster for next year, the players, the 2K21 ratings database, we're expected to see the 3 top players again, being Giannis, and behind LeBron James, and also Kevin Durant as a 96 overall, with Giannis as a 96 overall, and LeBron staying as a 97 overall. We're expected to see that still. But those are the main, speculation points of what is expected to come for the new 2K22 game.
All right. Well, it was nice. It was nice talking to you guys, and we will catch you next week. And Bucket Boys out. Peace.